before you start this job, you want to keep in mind that after you're done, you're going to need to go to a local garage and have the vehicle aligned to avoid premature tire wear. We're going to remove the wheel. We're going to use a 19mm socket. Take the wheel off. There's 2 bolts at the bottom of the front shocks. Take those bolts out. I'm going to use a 13mm socket. Pull that bolt out. All right, pull that out. I'm going to use an 18mm wrench, an 18mm socket. Take this nut and the bolt out. I'll take this bolt out. I'm just going to use a punch and a hammer. Tap it out. Just be careful when you pull that out that this doesn't swing down and hit you. It is supported by the sway bar link, so make sure the sway bar link is still there. And we don't want to put too much tension on the brake hose, so we are going to ratchet strap this up. All right. So I'll just keep that out of the way, keep the tension off the brake hose. We need to remove these bolts. Up top, there's these 4 bolts and then this stud as well. So I'm going to use an 18mm socket. I'm going to take these 2 first. Take the one near the brake master cylinder out. Just be careful not to slip and smash the brake master. Now when you take this one out, this AC line might be in your way. You can just pick it up and pull it out of the way a little bit. I'll take this one out. Now before I take this last one out, I am going to support the spring from underneath with my hand. And you want to make sure there is a nut underneath here. You don't remove that nut. So just leave that nut alone. Remove that bolt. Right, now I'm going to slide the strut or shock down. And then tip it. Just get it past the brake line, slide it up. I need to transfer this upper control arm over to the new spring assembly, and what they want you to do is install this control arm and then torque it when the wheels are on the ground. That's nearly impossible to do, or very difficult to do. So you want to set this in the position that it is when it came off. So what you can do is take a ruler and just put it right up against the back side, and we'll just mark it with a marker. Just make a mark right there. And when we move it over, we'll just line up the marks. Now I'll take an 18mm wrench and 18mm socket. Take these bolts out. Flip it over. Take this side out as well. Slide the control arm out and install it in the new spring assembly. Put the bolt in, get the nut started, and same with the other side. Now I'll just line my marks up first with the ruler. Looks good right there. I'm just going to snug this up first. That's good. Snug this side up. You can double check your marks, and it looks perfect. All right, now those are still lined up, which is good. I'm just gonna snug this up a little bit more. Be careful, this is aluminum. You don't wanna crack it. I'll do the same with this side. All right, just slide this in position, go over the brake line. Be careful not to hit the front fender. All right, now I'll get the upper bolts started on top. And to get this bolt in, you might have to lift it up a little bit. And I'll snug these up. You want to start those top ones first before you start this last one. All right, now I'm going to use a torque wrench and torque these bolts to 83 foot-pounds. And that's good. All right, now we can take this strap off. That out of the way, and line the upper control arm up. Take a pry bar, just pry this down a little bit. Now you may need something to support the lower control arm, like a floor jack. Raise it up to get this to line up. Slide the bolt in, and put the nut on. I'll snug this up first. Now I'm going to torque this to 44 foot-pounds. Now we're going to install these lower shock bolts. Just line those up on both sides. Tighten these down. And torque those bolts to 18 foot-pounds. That's good. All right, reinstall the tire. Line that up. Install the lug nuts. Now I'm going to use a torque wrench, tighten the lug nuts up to 100 foot-pounds in a star pattern so that it tightens the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, just double check.